What's up guys, welcome back to our video. It's Alex over here in the garage, and today I got a product that I think I'm gonna end up using quite a lot. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So as you can see, I got a hitch mounted 2-bike rack, and this is from OutfitR, and they were so kind enough to send them over to me, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it all together, put it on my truck and see how it goes. So why don't you follow along and let's go over this real quick. So let's see what we got right here. Heavy box, that's for sure. It came in kind of quick. Been holding up to make this video, but I think it's time to do so. Let's see what we got. Okay. So pretty well secured. Got a bunch of parts. Young Electric platform bike rack, 2-bike rack, and this is a foldable one. I think it's gonna be for a 2-inch hitch receiver, and the company that sent me this was OutfitR. So I'll leave an affiliate link in the description below. I don't know if I'm gonna be an affiliate or not, but it's directly to buy from them. So let's take everything out of this box and see how we can put this together. Hopefully it's not a lot of work and relatively easy to do. Okay. Looks like straps. Bunch of bolts. Okay, so this is everything that comes with. Like I said, it was a 2-inch hitch receiver. If you don't have a 2-inch hitch receiver, you can also get a reducer from 2-inch to 1 1/4. So you can get that at your hardware store. It comes with all the bolts, straps, safety pins, even reflectors. So it comes with the manual, instructions. So we're just gonna follow these instructions, and you can watch me do this on time lapse, because shouldn't be too hard. I'll let you know if it's hard or not, but I think it's gonna be pretty straightforward. So let me go ahead and put this together, watch me do so, and enjoy the music. Well, there you have it. It's already all put up. It took me probably about 20 minutes. I'm not gonna lie to you, those instructions could be better, but you need a few extra tools like socket or wrenches to put this together. I found that the provided Allen head that you need for one of these bolts, it doesn't go quite in, so it's not the best quality of it. But other than that, came out pretty easy. Again, 20 minutes, something like that. Again, the instructions could be clearer, could be better, but nevertheless, it's already all put together. And let me show you a few features that I like about this thing real quick. So this thing has a lot of things that you're gonna have to tighten, and most of the time, whenever you tighten these things up, it's gonna prevent them from moving or rotating or articulating however you need to. However, these do come with a little bit of a metal right here welded together, so it's gonna prevent them from being squeezed in. So it'll have enough play whenever you need to. Same thing over here. It has, let me turn on the light. It has a little rod right here welded that is gonna prevent this thing to be squeezed and not being able to move. So that's a really good feature that I like. Again, it's pretty heavy duty. It is a little heavy. It has extra support where you need it, butterfly knots, easy to tighten and everything on the things that you're gonna need to move. It has pins just to secure these things. Again, all this comes with butterflies, so easy to move up and down whatever you need to, and extra support right here. So again, looks pretty good, pretty decent, pretty high quality. This is what you're gonna actually put into your hitch, and what I like over here is that it's threaded, so it's not gonna be rocking back and forth whenever you put it in. You are going to need a wrench to put this on, because after a little bit it does feel a little tight, and this is gonna prevent it from being rocking all over the place. So I'm gonna show you those features in the back of my SUV in a little bit, because right now it's dark outside, so you don't have to wait. I will show you whenever it's daytime. You might need to lift this a little bit so you can go in easier. But once it starts screwing in, it should be good to go. Come on the other side. And it should look something like that. Now, let's see. I want to check how stable this thing is. Very little movement. If I stand up right here, no issues whatsoever. One thing I'm missing, the reflector cap that goes right here and actually has spots where these grooves will lock into place. Now let's test some of my bikes real quick. All right, and this is where the adjustability comes into place. So what we're gonna do is open these things up, pull them up. We'll see where we can get them in, and then we can just tighten the butterfly knobs. Let's see if that will do. All right, first bike is on. Gotta take this down right here, as far down as it can go. Put a safety pin right here under this. I think that's where it goes. Now we're gonna put the other bike in the opposite direction. Then we're gonna put the other bike in the opposite direction. All right, I think I still gotta play with it a little bit because I don't like the position of this tube. All right, I think I solved the problem. I just changed the position of the where the tires go, and that seems to give me a little more play room on where to put them on. One thing that you should not forget is to tighten up your butterfly nuts, all of them. Make sure everything's tightened up. Make sure everything's tight. And the safety pins, I put them above where the bike holder goes at, because I don't want them to move forward, up, because if they move up, then they can get loose. If you put them on top, that will prevent them from moving forward. Again, another thing that I wish is that it would have a few more positions, because as you can see, there's a big gap on the top one and an even bigger gap on the lower one. But I think They seem to be pretty good. So let's take them for a quick run. All right, so let's take this thing for a little trip around the neighborhood because that's all that I can go. I don't have any other mountains or off-roads because I live in Houston, and Houston is not something like that, you know. So let's see how this thing looks. Want to see how it looks. I didn't tighten them up with anything other than the holders that he has, and hopefully I don't lose my GoPro back there. It's not hitting the floor, I think, so that's a good thing. It's just gonna be a quick trip. You just want to see how it moves, how it works around the neighborhood, which in high speed or anything like that, it should be the same. I'll expect to have no problems whatsoever. So let's just see how it goes. Just quick and easy. By the way, this is the direction that I go usually to my trail. So my trail is actually right there, so my local trail that I use all the time. So this is perfect scenario as me taking it to a trail. I can not see them moving too much from the rear view mirrors or the side mirrors or anything like that. So it seems like it's working fine. Like I said, this is the entrance to my local trail, so live scenario of what I will use them for. Probably not for this one because literally I usually ride from my driveway here, but there's some more trails around the Houston area that I can do, or whenever I do a trip, long trip or something like that. So I'm happy that I have this because for the longest time I have had the ones that you actually hang it from the down tube, and I don't like them. I mean, they work fine and everything, and they're actually really compact. This is a little more heavy duty. It seems to be doing the work as it should. So I'm pretty happy with this so far. And I'm gonna back up into my driveway. I want to see how it looks because it's not a steep or anything like that driveway, but again, for added security, this thing comes with extra straps that you can use, or you can use bungee cords or anything like that makes you feel. You can even use chains with the lock or something like that, because it has a little ring on top where you can pass it through, and then you can pass it through your bikes. So that way, whenever you on a trip and you stop for a meal, for gas or something like that, and you gotta get out of the vehicle, you don't leave them exposed for someone to possibly steal your precious cargo. Let's see. No issues, no clearance issues with the other rack that I had on my Audi, the A3 that I had clearance issues almost every single time. This was not the case, so that's perfect right there. Backing up, and I can still see my camera, so that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. And I'm just gonna stop right there for now. Let's see. Now, once you're done using it, if you don't want to take it out of your vehicle, you can actually fold this thing so it doesn't take too much space. So let's see how we can do that. So the knobs right here, open them up, push this out because the head of the bolt actually locks into place. Let me show you. The head of the bolt locks into place right there. So whenever it's tightened, it goes in, and that's what prevents it from moving. So whenever you loosen it up, push it in, push it out. That way you have space for it to actually move. Then this folds up, and again tighten this. There you go. Now that's I don't think that's the most, that's probably the convenient way to store it out of the vehicle. But let me show you something, because this thing can do this. If you have your bikes mounted in here, you can actually move them. Then you can do the same thing with this one, and this one folds all the way down like so. The reason behind this is if you have a tailgate, if you put it on a truck and you have a tailgate, you can take this pin off and you'll be able to move the bikes down. You can open your tailgate, or you can store it. If you have it over here, you can put this up like that, just vertical. Put the pin back on, and there you have it. All right, final thoughts. Solid constructions. Where you hold the bike over here on the down tube, it has protective rubber over here so you won't scratch it. Again, easy folds really easy for storage, for convenience, really heavy duty. I did not see it wobbly up and down too much, so that's a good thing, because you don't want it to be side to side or anything like that. As you can see over here, there's very minimal play as well. Again, all these butterfly nuts, they're perfect. Adjustability, perfect. Again, this is the OutfitR 2-bike rack, and it's a 2-inch receiver. If you don't have a 2-inch receiver, not a problem. You can get a reducer from 2-inch to 1 1/4. Easy to do so. You can even get one of those adapters that brings it up a little bit if you have a low car. That way you don't have clearance on the ground issues. Other than that, I'll leave links in the description below. I hope that this ride, it gives you an idea. Again, it took me probably about 20 minutes to put this thing together. Other than that, I mean, it went smooth. You need a ratchet or a wrench to put this thing, the big bolts together. I like that everything is grade 8 steel, so pretty heavy duty. You cannot go wrong with that. And again, that's it for this one, guys. And I guess I'll see you on the trails. Let's ride. Goodbye.